Okay, now we will make the due entry of share first call. So we will debit share first call account to share capital account and to securities premium account, right? Total number of shares allotted are 10,000 and first value amount is rupees 3 per share, out of which 2 is of face value and 1 is of premium, right? We know that no excess money is flowing down up to first call because whatsoever was the excess money that we have to utilize till allotment only. It is mentioned here in the question. It means on allotment we require absolute amount from all the shareholders, right? As far as first call is concerned, okay, we will see that later. First, let me pass the entry for to make first call due. So here it would be, it was 2 plus 1, right? So it would be 30,000. That is for 10,000 shares at the rate of rupees 3 per share. This is the total amount company requires, company wants on first call, out of which 20,000, that is for 10,000 shares at the rate of rupees 2, would be created to share capital, and 10,000, that is for 10,000 shares at the rate of rupees 1, would be created to securities premium account. Now, here guys, in first call, Vijay failed to pay the first call, after which his shares were forfeited, right? Samiksha did not pay both the calls, and Ranjit also failed to pay both the calls. It means all these three shareholders, Vijay, Samiksha, and Ranjit, did not pay the first call, right? Samiksha did not pay on her 250 shares, Ranjit did not pay on her 300 shares, and Vijay did not pay on his. Okay, Vijay's we have not calculated yet because here the number of shares of Vijay are applied one, not the allotted one. We already calculated. Okay, we calculated for Vijay also, right? Yeah, Vijay was allotted 240 shares. So 240 of Vijay plus 250 of Samiksha plus 300 of Ranjit. That is 490 plus 300, that is 790. So on 790 shares, company has not received rupees 3 per share of first call. So here we will debit bank account. We'll also debit calls in arrears account and will credit share first call account. First call account would be created with the same amount with which it was debited earlier, that is with rupees 30,000, out of which company has not received for 240 plus 250 plus 300 shares of Vijay, Samiksha and Ranjit at the rate of rupees 3 per share. That is on 790 shares at the rupees 3 means 2170 means 2,370 rupees. I hope guys you have understood this, right? Manveer, Mishika and Tanmay and those who are sitting here.
Yes, sir.
Sarthak, have you got this? So received First call money from all except Vijay, Samiksha, and Ranjit. So these 240 shares are of Vijay, 250 are of Samiksha, and 300 are of Ranjit. Am I clear, guys? Since Vijay did not pay on his 240 shares, first call money, his shares have been forfeited after the first call. For that, we will debit share capital account. We will also debit securities premium account for the amount of premium demanded from him but not paid by him. Two, calls in arrears account for the amount demanded from him but not paid by him, whether it is of face value or of premium. And two, share for feature account for the amount that we have adjusted towards face value of Vijay out of what he has paid. So how many shares of Vijay we are forfeiting are 240. After which call? First call. So till first call, the total of face value per share is rupees 8. That is 3 plus 3 plus 2. So with this amount only capital would be reversed or cancelled or debited. We are actually debiting means cancelling the capital. We are cancelling his share certificate. So 240 into 8 is the amount with which we will debit capital. That is 1600 and 320 means 1920. Am I clear, guys? Then how much premium he has not paid out of what demanded from him? So the company has demanded from him premium of rupees 2 on application, rupee 1 on allotment, and rupee 1 on first call. He has paid this premium because he paid the application money. He did not pay this premium at all, right? So this premium would be debited for his 240 shares. Now, out of allotment, how much premium he has not paid, for that we have made the working note. So on his 240 shares, Vijay did not pay on allotment premium of rupees 160. That is why we made this working note, guys. Right? For this purpose only we made the working note. Right? And also to determine the amount that we will credit to share forfeiture account in the forfeiture entry of Vijay's shares. So how much Vijay has not paid once, how much Vijay has not paid of premium 160 of allotment and 240 of first call for his 240 shares. So here it is 160 of allotment plus 240 of first call. That is rupees 400. I hope you have got this, guys. 160 of allotment he has not paid and 240 of first call he has not paid. We will not take here premium of final call because final call has not been demanded from him at all. Right? Now call scenarios, total amount not paid by him out of the one that we have demanded from him. So we have demanded from him till first call. The whole first call he has not paid, and on allotment he has not paid 160 rupees. So 160 of allotment he has not paid, plus of first call on 240 shares at rupees 3 per share he has not paid. Right? That is 720 plus 160 he has not paid. And that is 880 rupees. Am I clear? This 160 is of allotment And this 240 into 3 is of first call. Am I clear, guys, or not? I'm asking all. Mishika, Tanmay, Manveer, have you understood the entry so far? The forfeiture entry?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Manveer, what's about you? Manveer, I'm asking you. Share forfeiture account is created with the total amount that we have adjusted towards face value of Vijay out of what he has paid, right? So he has paid only once on application. After that, he did not pay anything. So Vijay paid on application. Look at here, guys. He paid on application rupees 2000. Out of that, we adjusted on application rupees 1200. Out of this 1200, 720 we adjusted for face value, and remaining 480 we adjusted for premium out of 1200. So how much we adjusted towards face value is only 720. Then we had taxes money 800. Out of this 800, 720 was adjusted here for face value, taxes money, and remaining 80 was adjusted for premium. So how much was adjusted towards face value is 720 of application and 720 of allotment. That is 1440. So with 1440 only we will credit share forfeiture account. Have you understood this, Tanmay, Mishika, and Manveer?
Yes, sir.
Tanmay, have you
Yes, sir.
understood this? Right. So with 1440 we will credit share forfeiture account, 720 of application, 720 of allotment.
सर
Yes.
सर इस एंट्री के बाद वो शेयर री इशू करते हैं ना.
अगर क्वेश्चन में ऐसा बोला हो तो if question has asked to or indicates to reissue shares after the file call, then we will reissue it after file call. We totally have to go as per the question, right? Now, guys, you can see that the total of debit side is 2320, and here also it is 2320, 2320, right? Forfeited shares of Vijay. Am I clear, guys? The question says that these shares were reissued at rupees 6 per share as rupees 8 per share paid up. It means that immediately after forfeiture, these shares were reissued. Means Vijay's forfeited shares were reissued after the first call only. What is the face value of first per share till first call? Rupees 8. And that is why it is mentioned here that as rupees 8 paid up. It means whomsoever these shares were reissued, he was given certificate of rupees 8 per share. This is what it means, guys. ये ध्यान रखिएगा. Do not forget this. Right? And but how much has been taken from him? Only rupees 6 per share. It means he has been given discount of rupees 2 per share. After first call, we are reissuing the shares. Till first call, what is the face value of each share is rupees 8. That is why this fellow, whomsoever the shares are being reissued, has been given share certificate of rupees 8 per share as paid up. Means by giving him certificate, it has been told him that rupees 8 on your every share is paid up, right? Means on your every share, rupees 8 has been paid to the company. But how much has actually been collected from him? Rupees 6. It means he has been given discount of rupees 2 per share. How many shares of Vijay were reissued? The one that were forfeited. That is 240 shares. So now we'll pass the entry for reissue. So bank account would be debited. Share forfeiture account would be created would be debited for discount to share capital account. How many shares have been reissued? 240. As how much paid up? Rupees 8. Whatsoever is the paid up value, that actually is the value of share capital. Right? That is 1600, 320 means 1920. What discount has been given or what amount has been collected, however, is rupees 6 only. Am I clear, guys, or not? That is 1440. It means discount of rupees 2 per share has been given. That is rupees 480. Am I clear? Now, since we have reissued the shares, we have to determine the amount of capital gain or capital profit, if any, on reissue. While forfeiting these shares, how much was credited to share forfeiture? 1440. Out of that, how much discount has been given? 480. So the difference of these two is our capital profit. So 1440 minus 480, that is 960 rupees is our capital profit, and that would be transferred from share forfeiture account to capital reserve account. That is 1440 minus 480. Transferred capital gain on reissue of Vijay's shares to capital reserve account. Am I clear, guys? I'm
Yes,
writing
sir.
here for those who did not attend the previous question about capital reserve, right?
सर वो मेरे एक चीज पूछनी थी रिजर्व कैपिटल और कैपिटल रिजर्व में क्या डिफरेंस है
कैपिटल रिजर्व कैपिटल नेचर का कोई भी प्रॉफिट हो तो कैपिटल रिजर्व अकाउंट को हम क्रिएट करते हैं. Whenever a company earns profit of capital nature, that is credited to capital reserve account. And reserve capital is uncalled capital, which would be called by the company only on its winding up if needed by the company. So suppose I am issuing you a share of rupees 10 each, but I have called only rupees 8 per share from you. Rupees 2 I have not called yet. So your liability towards the company is how much? Rupees 2 per share. Means your liability is limited. And that is why we call it, that is why we use the term limited after name of every company, whether it is private limited or public limited. That is liability of shareholders is limited to the extent of amount of share which they have not paid to the company yet or which the company has not called yet. Now this rupees 2 which I have not called from you, I have decided to call this rupees 2 only when the company goes into liquidation or goes for winding up. That time, if the company requires money to repay its external liabilities, then rupees 2 per share from all the shareholders would be called. Otherwise, not. Such capital, which has been kept reserved, is called reserve capital. Understood, Tanmay?
Yes, sir.
So guys, look at here, everyone. You all have to note down this, but before that, you have to note down the entries also. What does this mean, guys? I'm explaining you this, though many of you might be knowing this, right? Trade balance and share forfeiture account. That is this balance. It represents what? It represents the amount of capital, that is face value, because here we have taken only face value, which the company has already received from the defaulting shareholder whose shares have been forfeited. So जो डिफॉल्टिंग शेयर होल्डर था यहाँ पे कौन था? विजय, जिसके शेयर्स हमने फोरफिट किए हैं, उससे हमें कैपिटल का कितना पैसा रिसीव हुआ है वो ये अमाउंट रिप्रेजेंट करता है. So how much we have received of capital from Vijay? 1440. We have seized more amount of Vijay than 1440. We have seized whatsoever he has paid. And how much Vijay has paid actually is 2000. And the entire 2000 have been seized by the company. But we have not created to share forfeiture account 2000. We have created to share forfeiture account 1440. So remaining 560 went where? Very right, it went to securities premium. It went to securities premium. Remaining is how much? 2000 minus 1440 means 560. Out of 560, 480 has gone to securities premium here. And this for 480 is still lying in the securities premium account. ये 480 अभी भी securities premium account में ही है, for feature और issue होने के बाद भी. Right? And the remaining 80 is here again in securities premium. So 480 plus 80 is 560. So 560 of Vijay is still lying in securities premium account. The company has seized the total amount of rupees 2000 of Vijay. Out of 2000, what was adjusted towards face value is 720 here and 720 here. And that we have created to share forfeiture account. I hope you all are understanding, guys. So I hope you understood what 1440 represents. This 1440, this represents the amount of capital already received by the company, right? Now, while reissuing the shares, if discount is given on reissue, then that discount is adjusted with this 1440 only, right? And after adjusting discount, if any balance is left, then that is a capital profit or profit of capital nature for the issuing company, and that is transferred to capital reserve. Here we have forfeited 240 shares and we have reissued 240. So the entire shares we have reissued. Of 240 shares, the forfeiture amount was 1440. Out of that, we have given discount of 480. So the remaining balance in share forfeiture account, that is 1440 minus 480, is our capital profit, and that is what we have transferred to capital reserve account here. Now, what is this proportionate to shares reissued? Soon you will understand. Though we have already seen it once. But those who have not attended the previous question, they also will understand it. As what is the meaning of this? Am I clear? So I think you have to note it down from here, right? In case you have not, start noting it down, guys, from entry number 5. So guys, here the bank account will be debited with 27,630 balancing figure. That is 30,000 minus 2370. So you all noted down entry number 5, right? Rishdi, Mishika, Tanmay, Manveer.
Yes.
Yes.
6 is also done right. Right, guys? Entry number 6. I'm asking Rishdi, Shubh, Sarthak, Mishika, Tanmay.
Yes, sir.
So it is, guys, capital profit because for the same shares the company has received money from more than one investor. One from Vijay and other to whomsoever it has been reissued. Done with the entry number 7, guys?
Yes, sir.
Tanmay, you also have noted down entry number 7, right?
Yes.
Guys, this is very important entry and it is given more weightage in terms of marks than other entries, right? If you this entry is wrong, you almost lose half of the marks of the question. Okay, guys, understand one more thing. This 960 rupees can also be determined in some other way, the amount of capital reserve. Uh, but before that, I hope you all have noted down this. Right, Mahi, Athaf, have you noted down this? Okay, the amount of capital reserve we can determine from the other way also. How much the company wanted till first call? Because see, till first call only company has demanded money from everyone, right? Final call has not been called yet. Am I clear? So till first call of capital, how much company wanted of capital? Rupees 8 per share, right? Out of that, how much has been received from Vijay? Rupees 1440 for his 240 shares. It means per share it is how much? 2 1440 divided 240 means rupees 6 per share. So out of rupees 8 of capital, 6 has already been received from Vijay. From the new shareholder, how much company has received? Again rupees 6 per share. So against rupees 8, how much company has received in totality? 6 from Vijay and 6 from this new investor, that is rupees 12 per share. This 1440 represents what? The amount of capital received by the company. And this 1440 is for 240 shares. So for each share it is 1440 divided by 246. So 6 from Vijay plus 6 from this new shareholder. Total how much? 12. How much, however, company wanted of capital? 8. It means company has 4 rupees extra. Sorry, 12 minus 8. 4 rupees extra per share. Yeah, 6 plus 6, 12, right? Out of that, how much company has given discount? 2. Then also company has how much in its pocket? Are you getting my point, guys, or not? Out of 12, company wanted only how much? Rupees 8. Out of 8, sorry, 6 plus 6, 12. 12 per share. Company wanted 8 per share. So company has how much extra amount? Rupees 4 per share. And that is what is its capital reserve. 240 to 4960. See, this 6 rupees that we have considered as after discount of rupees 2 per share only. So we do not need to consider rupees 2 discount again. From these 240 shares till first call, company requires 240 into 8. 240 into 8 is how much? 1920. Out of that, company has already received 1440 here. Right? 1920 minus 1440 is how much? 480. Right? Company has again received 1440 here. Right? So 1440 minus 480. That is 960. That is the extra amount that the company has received. That is what is capital reserve. Am I clear, guys? Or 6 rupees per share plus 6 per share 12. Company wanted rupees 8 per share only, so rupees 4 per share is profit of the company, and that rupees 4 per share for 240 shares, that is 960. Company has got extra, and that has been transferred to capital reserve account. Mishika, have you understood this? Mishika and Tanmaya?
Yes, sir.
Guys, write it like this. Note down this, guys. Understood, right? लिखा आपने ये? See guys, why I'm telling you all these things? Because sometimes you are asked very small question of forfeiture and reissue, in which you are not given number of shares, but you are given only amount per share received from defaulting shareholder and amount per share received from the new shareholder whom shares have been reissued. And then you have to calculate capital reserve amount per share. Here we have calculated capital reserve on total 240 shares. In case you are asked to calculate capital reserve per share, then this will help you. Am I clear? So have you all noted down this much? Sarthak, Mishika and Tanmay, have you noted down this? And Manveer?
Yes, sir.
Mishika, have you noted down this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. To whomsoever these shares were reissued, it also means that from this fellow, the company will also demand final call amount. Am I clear? And that is why he has been issued share certificate of only rupees 8 per share. So once he pays the remaining rupees 2 of final call, that is this one, then his share would be fully paid. As of now, it is not fully paid. As of now, it is only rupees 8 paid up and not fully paid up, right? So after this, now the company will ask for the final call, and for that, the entry would be share final call account debit to share capital account to securities premium account for 10,000 shares. Why I'm writing 10,000? Because whatsoever shares were forfeited, they again have been reissued. 10,000 into 3 per share, that is rupees 30,000. 10,000 into 2 of face value, that is rupees 20,000, which goes to capital, and 10,000 to 1 of premium. Bank account debit calls in arrears account debit to share final call account. Share final call account would be created with the same amount with which it was debited in the previous entry, that is with rupees 30,000. Correct? Who has not paid the final call? Ranjit and Samiksha on their 250 plus 300 shares. That is on 550 shares, company has not received rupees 3 per share, right? 250 of Samiksha and 300 of Ranjit. So 250 of Samiksha plus 300 of Ranjit. On this, company has not received rupees 3 per share. That is 1650. So out of 30,000, company has not received 1650 means the company has received 28,350. Correct, guys? Now here company has forfeited shares of Samiksha and Ranjit also. The question says so. Shares of Samiksha and Ranjit were also forfeited after the final call, and their shares collectively were 550, out of which 400 have been reissued at rupees 9 per share as fully paid up. It means while reissuing these 400 shares, discount of rupee 1 was given. And these 400 shares include all the 400 shares of Samiksha. Means out of these 400, 250 are of Samiksha. Means remaining 150 are of Ranjit. So first we write the forfeiture entry. I am copying the entry from here. How many shares have been forfeited? 450 plus 300. After which call? Till final call, what is the face value per share? Rupees 10. That is why it would be multiplied with 10. This 550 to 10 means 5,500. Correct? Now, with which amount we debit security stream account? किस अमाउंट से हम सिक्योरिटी स्ट्रीम अकाउंट को डेबिट करते हैं फोफीचर की एंट्री में? मनवीर, तन्मय, अभी किस अमाउंट से हम डेबिट करते हैं?
क्या सर?
Share forfeiture entry with which amount we debit security stream account?
कैपिटल रिजर्व।
सिक्योरिटी स्ट्रीम अकाउंट की बात कर रहा हूं मैं. We
शेयर
debit security
कैपिटल।
stream account with which amount? I'm not asking the amount. I'm
सिक्योरिटीज
asking.
प्रीमियम को वो शेयर
Hmm,
कैपिटल से करते हैं ना।
sorry.
शेयर कैपिटल से करते हैं ना।
शेयर कैपिटल की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. सिक्योरिटी स्ट्रीम अकाउंट की बात कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ, आपने बोला सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम को किससे डेबिट करते हैं?
किस अमाउंट से? राइट. मिशिका, किस अमाउंट से हम डेबिट करते हैं सिक्योरिटी स्ट्रीम अकाउंट को? शुभ. प्रीमियम का जो अमाउंट, हाँ, जो हमने मंगवाया है, डिमांड किया है, पर उसने पे नहीं किया है. तो हमने समीक्षा और रंजीत से तो पूरा अमाउंट ही मंगवाया है टिल फाइनल कॉल. और टिल फाइनल कॉल प्रीमियम कितना है हमारा? 5 रुपीज पर शेयर. तो उस 5 रुपीज पर शेयर में से कितना प्रीमियम पे नहीं किया है? राइट. अब हमें पता है कि इसमें से रंजीत ने अलॉटमेंट में कुछ पैसा कम पे किया है. रंजीत हैज पेड ऑन अलॉटमेंट only rupees 500. Means Ranjit has defaulted in allotment also. How much he has not paid of premium? Rupees 100 of allotment. So 100 यहाँ पे on his 300 shares. On his 300 shares. Allotment का 300 shares पे 100 रुपीज उसने पे नहीं किया है. राइट. और फर्स्ट कॉल और फाइनल कॉल का 1-1 रुपए और पे नहीं किया था. 2 रुपए पर शेयर, मतलब 300 शेयर्स में 600 रुपीज. So how much Ranjit has not paid of premium is 600 plus 100, 700 rupees. And how much Samiksha has not paid? She has not defaulted in allotment. She has defaulted only in first and final call. Right? This is what question says. Yeah, failed to pay both the calls. And in both the calls together, the amount of premium is rupees 2 per share. So on her 250 shares at the rate of rupees 2, she did not pay off premium. That is rupees 500. Right? So 700 plus 500, that is with 1200 we will debit securities premium account. 700 of Ranjit plus 500 of Samiksha. Am I clear? Ranjit has not paid premium of rupees 700 and Samiksha has not paid premium of rupees 500. How much total amount they have not paid? With that, we create call scenarios account. So Ranjit has not paid on allotment total amount of rupees 100 only, right? On first call and final call, they both did not pay rupees 6 per share. So for their 550 shares at the rupees 6 per share, it is 3,300 rupees plus 100 of allotment, right? So in call scenarios, we will credit 3,400. That is of Ranjit, it is of Ranjit, it is 300 into 4 into 6, sorry, 3 plus 3, right? 3 into 6, that is 1800 plus 100, 1900 rupees. This is of Ranjit. And Samiksha did not pay on his 500 shares, 250 shares. At the rate of 6 per share, that is 1500 rupees. Now, how much, whatsoever they have paid out of that, how much we have adjusted to face value, that is credited to share forfeiture account. So for about Ranjit, he paid on application 2100, out of which 1500 were adjusted for application. Out of this 1500, towards face value, only 900 have been adjusted. So this 900 plus out of excess, this entire excess has been utilized towards face value of allotment, and out of the money paid by him on allotment 500, 300 have been adjusted towards allotment. So total amount, towards face value. So total amount of Ranjit which was adjusted towards face value is 900 plus 600 plus 300, that is 1800. Though he has paid how much and how much company has seized is 2100 plus 500. Company has seized 2600 of Ranjit. But how much we will credit to share forfeiture account is 900 plus 900, that is 1800 out of 2600. So where remaining 800 have gone, it has 600 gone for securities premium of application and 200 gone for securities premium of allotment. Am I clear? So 1800 of Ranjit. Samiksha did not default in application allotment. This is what she has paid. So whatsoever she paid, how much we adjusted towards face value is rupees 6 per share. So on his 250 shares, it is rupees 1500. So 1800 of Ranjit and 1500 of Samiksha. Guys, समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो you can ask. If you do not ask, you will get stuck during test and exam. So this is how we have debited with total amount of 6700, and here also created with total amount of 6700. Manvi, Tanmay and Mishika, are you understanding this?
Yes.
Now reissue of 400 out of 550 shares of Ranjit and Samiksha. And here also company has given discount of rupee 1 per share. How many shares have been reissued? 400 as fully paid up. It means 400 into 10. That is rupees 4000. How much, however, was collected is rupees 9 per share. That is rupees 3600. It means discount of rupee 1 per share has been given by the company on 400 shares. 10 है देखिए. अरे 10 है rupees 10 per share. At rupees 9 per share as fully paid up. As fully paid up. As के बाद जो लिखा है मतलब उतने का शेयर सर्टिफिकेट दिया. और एट या फॉर के बाद जो लिखा है इसमें उतना पैसा कलेक्ट किया. यहाँ पे एट लिखा है या फॉर लिखा होता है इसका मतलब इतने रुपए में दिए. लेकिन कैसे दिए? एज फुली पेड. ठीक है. Those shares include shares of whom? 400 Samiksha. No, no. All the shares of Samiksha it is. So reissued 250 shares of Samiksha and 150 shares of Ranjit at a discount of rupee 1 per share. Now capital reserve guys, last thing of this question, right? Balance sheet we will see tomorrow. Shareholder, number of shares forfeited. Forfeiture amount of forfeited shares. Then number of shares reissued. Then forfeiture amount of reissued shares. So there are two shareholders whose shares have been forfeited. That is Samiksha and Ranjit. 250 of Samiksha and 300 of Ranjit. This is how total shares that we have forfeited are 550. Right? What is the forfeiture amount of Samiksha's forfeited shares? That we have written here. That is 1500. And of Ranjit, it is 1800. So of Samiksha's 250 shares, forfeiture amount is 1500. Of Ranjit's 300 shares, the forfeiture amount is 1800. So it is 1500 and it is 1800. Total forfeiture amount is 3300. We have reissued total 400 shares, including all the shares of Samiksha. It means 400 minus 250, that is 150 shares we have reissued of Ranjit. Of these 250 shares, forfeiture amount is 1500. So of these 250, it would be 1500 only. Look at here, guys, instead of writing it. Of these 300 shares, forfeiture amount is 1800. So for one share, it is rupees 6. 1800 divided by 3. So for 150 shares, it would be 150 into 6, that is 900. 1800 divided by 300 into 150. So for whichever amount of all the reissued shares is 1500 plus 900, that is 2400, right? Out of that, how much discount company has given on reissue? Discount on reissue is rupees 400 per share on these 400 shares. So that discount would be subtracted, and the net amount is capital profit or capital gain, that is 2000. Very good. So our next entry would be for transfer of capital profit to capital reserve. 400 minus is 250 actually, not 150. 400, look at here. 400 minus 250 is 150, right? Yeah. So our entry number 14 is share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account with 2000. Done, guys. Mishika, Tanmay, have you understood this?
Yes.
So how much you could not, I think you have noted down everything till entry number 13, right? Till here, Mishika, Tanmay, or you have not?
Yes.
No, sir.
So from where you have to write, Mishika, from entry number 10?
11.
Okay, note down this fast. Then Mishika with entry number 13, right?
Yes.